I'm just going to speak as loud as I can, and if something is showing up on the waveform, if it doesn't remain really small, then you're all right. Good.
Nothing's come up.
Yeah,
mostly because I've only got one headphone working, the other one's fucked.
Oh, well.
I've got a tendency to talk quite quietly. Do I need to talk loud?
No, it's all right.
No.
Good.
As long as the microphone picks it up, you're all good.
I have a bad habit
we've got
of
a
mumbling.
stupid...
We'll let you know if you mumble.
Beginning.
Do it again, we'll say.
So,
Right, so what we're going to do, Em, is we're going to start this off by just having a little conversation amongst ourselves. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to interrupt with, I'm here. I mean, we did this joke on Crass, actually, thinking about it. But
did you? When was there 3 of you on Crass?
Not every 3 of us. With George did it. I did a mini-sode by myself, and at the end, George went, I've been here the whole time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was like, oh. But it doesn't matter, we can do it.
I wouldn't know, I don't watch.
When do you want me to interrupt?
So, I'll do... Once I've finished the... Welcome to this week's episode of Tasteful Nudes. I'm Bodacious Those Down as always. Introduced Paul, and Paul does his thing.
Yeah.
Once we've done those, if you dive in then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll go
Got
for
a nap voice.
Nap voice.
Fine. Get him out of the
Get
way.
that out of the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Right then, are we ready to go?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good morrow, people of the
Yakuza!
Internet. And
I just
really?
Yakuza. I just remembered it. That was what I meant to talk about.
We missed out on last week. We're not opening with that.
I forgot.
We've still got to do the opening. So you give me a minute. We'll do the opening, and we'll come back to Yakuza. We'll do it at the end.
Okay.
Right?
We're not just going to forget, though, are we? Because I forgot last week, and you didn't remind me. You did that on purpose.
I might have done, yes. But I will remind you this time. It won't get forgotten, okay? It will definitely happen. We'll do the Yakuza talk.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay? That's not creepy at all. Anyway, welcome to this week's episode of Tasteful Nudes. I believe episode 6.
That's the one.
I am your bodacious host, Dan, as always, joined as ever by the transsexual Tyrannosaurus, Paul Austin.
Head him up, move him out!
There we go, there's the cowboyism. Oh, God. Every time with these.
Yeah.
I think she forgot.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was
Fucking hell.
It's because I listened to you already, so I was just sat here like, oh yeah, it's just Tasteful Nudes, just listening to another Tasteful Nudes.
You just listened to it live. No, you're supposed to be in it this week, Em.
Sorry. Oh.
It's fine, there we go, we'll go on. Yeah, this is Em, she's been in a few episodes of the sketchy garbage that we write, and now she's on the episode. Yay!
Tasteful Nudes with our first special guest.
Paul put in some fireworks.
Guys, I'm here. Don't forget, I'm here. I've been here the whole time.
It's too late. It's ruined now.
There you
go. The joke's dead. We've moved on.
It's ruined. It's fine. It's just you've only ruined it a little bit. It's fine.
Are you ever going to invite me back?
Probably, because then I don't have to talk to just Paul, and that's just awful. He's obsessed with cowboys at the moment.
I just have a thing for cowboys. I just really do. They're good.
I don't know. Why do you like cowboys so much?
The horses.
It's just everything. It's just everything about them. They look. It's not. I'm not actually obsessed with cowboys. I just want to be one. That's Let me have a dream, you fucking bastard.
Mountain, is that it?
Let me have a dream. Anywho, I want to start this week's episode with an edition of Paul Austin's Daily Hate Watch.
Ooh.
So this is...
Do tell us.
This is a bit different from the usual editions, because this is something that I didn't intend to hate watch. Normally I'll sit down and I'll be like, right, tonight I'm going to have a good old hate watch. Stick on a bit of the Nostalgia Critic or whatever.
There's somebody to hate, yeah.
But this time I was watching something with the hope that it'd be quite good. Have either of you seen Marvel's TV show Runaways, or The Runaways? I can't remember if there's a definite article.
I didn't even realise that was a thing. No,
There is a TV show of Runaways. Have you seen it, Em?
No, I'm not even up to date with the Marvel movies.
No. Well, don't worry so much about Runaways. Are you familiar with the comic premise? Nope.
No.
Brilliant. Okay, well, in the comic, Runaways is a comic about these kids, these teenage kids, young adults.
Do they run away?
They do run away. The reason they run away is because they find out all their parents are supervillains. They're in like a kind of cult. So these kids run away and they have crazy... I think they've got a velociraptor as well.
Because, yeah, you know, why not?
It's fun.
Better if
It's
you
a
have
fun
a
comic.
velociraptor.
So I was interested by the TV show because the comic is very fun. And
I
it's...
feel like supervillains tend to have more fun. Why would you run away? I'd have just stayed and been
Because they like kill a child,
then.
because they murder a child. They're not like... It's not like Doctor Doom up in here or anything.
I mean,
they
Dr.
murder
Doom
a
has
child.
murdered a lot more than one child, but yeah.
Which child?
Is any child murder I mean, this is what we're finding out here. Some child murder is
the
acceptable.
Child kind of a dick?
Well, I was thinking, like, are they the kind of supervillains that they want to kill a child?
Yes.
So what they do is they go back in time and they kill baby Hitler or
No.
something.
No, they don't do that. They sacrifice a child. They cut her heart out. They're bad. Look, just take it. Okay, take it from me. They are bad people. This is what.
Yeah, but sacrifice,
Yeah,
like, they do that in the Bible, and apparently people are cool with
Yeah,
that.
this is the kind of. I just want to say, this is the kind of thinking that brought the alt-right into power. Okay, this is the kind of thinking. Oh, but maybe they're not so bad. This is the kind of thinking. So they're baddies. They're bad people. Okay, that's established.
I just think you need a devil's advocate, Paul. That's always
Yeah,
your role.
Hitler needed a
open
devil's
minds.
advocate apparently, and look what happened.
Okay, sorry, go on.
They're evil. They're bad people. So they run away.
Okay.
I'm not here to talk about the comics series. The comics are fun. They're kind of, yeah, they're funny and I don't want to use the word quirky because that makes it sound shit. But they're good. They're fun. This TV show of Runaways is one of the worst first episodes of a TV show I've ever seen. It's like, it was made like 2 years ago, but it feels like something from like the early 90s. It's got that kind of...
Not in a good way.
Not in a good way. It feels like it's just shit. They're all whiny, for one. All these kids are whiny bastards. They're all moping around. Oh, we've got a dead friend who... There's a dead friend in this show they've added, who doesn't exist in the comics. They've added some dead friend, so they've all got like a sad past. Fuck off with that.
So you've got a problem with the dead baby, but they've got a dead friend, and suddenly you're like, fuck them.
My problem is with the concept, the creative existence of... It wasn't a baby in the... I didn't kill a baby. I mean, they're bad, but Jesus.
Was a baby. Maybe it was a baby.
My problem is with the existence of this dead friend is not needed. Surely the actual tension and the conflict of the series should be the kids and their parents, not like, oh, there's also a dead friend. They've also got other trauma from somewhere else that is sort of not even really meant. They're just sad, basically. They're just sad, and it's like, why do I want to spend? I hope they run away into traffic, these kids, because they're just sitting around moping. And it's like, why can't we have fun characters instead? Why has it all got to be mopey? Why can't any of these people be enjoyable? Why can't they be funny? Why? Instead, they've all got to be moping around.
Because it's a show called The Runaways, Paul.
Yeah, but they run away.
From their parents who are
they don't
evil.
run away
It's not a
because they're
happy
generally
concept.
sad. It's not like a teenage drama. It's superheroes. There's a velociraptor in it. Well, they're not.
They should have focused. They should have focused on the velociraptor. That's what they did wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, they obviously haven't got the budget to focus on the velociraptor, unfortunately.
Well, that's unfortunate. It is a 0 from Dan.
It's
It's
crap,
0 out of
whingy
10.
shit, like One Tree Hill style drama, but like without probably the skill behind that. I've never seen One Tree Hill, but I'm sure there's more skill in it than Runaways.
I've had to sit through it. It's exactly what you think, and there's no velociraptors.
No.
Therefore, another 0 out of 10 for Dan.
It's got some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard. There's a bit, right, where one of the characters just says, she goes to the nurse's office, and the nurse says, do you want me to call your parents? And the girl's like, no, I'm adopted. Oh, no, she doesn't say that. She says, this is something that, that could be handed down from your parents. She said, no, I'm adopted. Like, that doesn't mean she has parents.
She just doesn't have parents now, yeah.
And
Does
then
she have guardians? Because I imagine they would just cut to a shot of the guardians just sobbing.
they're supervillains.
So what the
Oh,
fuck?
don't count as parents. What?
They're supervillains. And then
Oh.
the nurse says, well, your biological parents really made a brave choice. And then just leaves. Who fucking says that? It's awful.
A brave choice about what?
Putting her up for adoption. But why would you ever say that? Anyway, I don't want to get all caught up in quoting individual lines. It's bullshit anyway. They've got a secret lair. The parents have got a secret lair under their house. And to access that, you have to turn the top... they've got a pile of coasters, and you just have to turn it slightly. Why would you make your secret entrance to your super secret base opened by something that's going to be picked up anytime you want to drink?
Plus, everybody knows that supervillains don't use coasters; they leave coffee rings.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, Runaways. It's shit. And I was going to watch.
That's how you know who a supervillain is.
And I thought
if they have coffee rings in their house.
And I thought, oh well, okay, that's first episodes are bad. I mean, it was really bad, so I wasn't expecting much. I thought, well, I might try out the second one. And I looked at the little the log line for the second episode, and it was a replay of the first episode, but from the parents' POV. So it's the same events again. The second episode is the same events again, but from the parents' point of view. I don't care.
Still going.
It was shit.
Really good.
It was shit. And I won't be hate watching it either, listeners. It won't be on another, because it's too long. They're an hour long each episode. The good thing about I don't know, a 42 video is that it's only 15 minutes long or whatever. Well, it used to be.
This is why I've barely ever. It took me a long time to watch series because I'm just like, that's a really long time.
Yeah, exactly. It's too much.
A lot of watch time. And people are always saying character development works a lot better, but if someone can do character development in 2 hours in a film, then why?
I know. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Better filmmaking is what that is.
I tend
exactly,
to just
I agree.
Put it on and then not pay attention to it. So I leave it over there and I do other things.
Yeah.
And then I'll oh yeah, it's that guy. Oh, why has he got a gun? When did he get that? That's weird. Oh, well, back to the thing I was doing.
Exactly.
Oh, he's a giant space vampire with, 18 tentacle nipples. What happened there? And then it turns out I've been watching porn again.
Oh, yeah.
It's normally how it goes.
To be fair, I did that with Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and that's now one of my favourite shows. But to start with, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, but it's not like there's loads of there's not like a massive series arc for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They get up to hijinks.
I thought you meant you'd done that with a show and turned out you were actually watching porn. I thought that's what you were implying. I was like, I didn't think there was porn of that, but probably is because it's the internet.
There's porn of everything.
It's you that taught me that. You taught me that if you can think of it, there's porn of it.
Yeah, it's a lesson the world needs to know. Okay, it's a universal lesson that should be taught in schools.
Is there porn?
I can't believe you
of porn.
Yes, there is. Parodies.
Is there porn of porn of porn?
Paul, if it exists, there is porn of it, okay?
I just can't believe that you managed to ruin a really wholesome time where Paul and I were trying to educate you with Spyro the Dragon, and you ruined it.
Was that a thing? I don't even remember. I don't even remember that.
You don't remember it?
No.
Em brought over Spyro.
We were making him have trouble with the trolley.
Oh, yeah.
Teach you to play Spyro, and I was just like, you realise there's porn of this, right?
I did know. Yeah,
this
I knew.
Character gets fucked a lot. Yeah, I knew you'd know, but I didn't think Em would know.
It's got to be. I mean, Elora, big time. It's got to be Elora, surely. And no, the rabbit from the third one, Bianca.
All of them.
Yeah.
Paul, all of them. Don't make me send the website again. Don't make me post it again.
What's the tiger called? I forgot his name.
Hunter. He's not a tiger.
What is he?
He's like a jaguar.
I don't know.
I'm actually not sure what he is.
Well, it's probably him banging all of the chicks.
But he's definitely not a tiger because he hasn't got stripes. I'm just having a drink there. Here we go. And Dan's blowing his nose! The doubler!
I'm muting it! You don't know it's
the doubler!
I don't know how to mute it, so you're just going to have to listen to me.
I do, because I've got a button on my microphone. I can just...
Yeah, mine has too, actually.
Because...
I just had a nap.
Reasons.
I'm so dehydrated.
She just had a nap. It's 11 in the morning, and she just had a nap.
I mean, it's not 11 in the morning, it's 1:45.
It was 1 in the afternoon, but you had your nap at 11.
I did. That's cute that you remember.
Yeah.
Thanks. Were you thinking of me the whole time?
No, I just remember that I saw the time that you had a nap.
Added it to the shrine of M that he has in his room. Don't worry about it.
With bad drawing.
When rewatching, when catching up with the Derfdorf videos, I did go back to our ones, and I was like, oh, I miss it when Paul was in love with me. That was a nice time.
Yeah.
It's cute, you think he still isn't. Anyway,
Dan's camera's just gone off. His camera's just gone off. I want to hear your thoughts on the recent Derfdorf Collective videos you've watched, Em. This is a chance for us, Dan, to get
the
some
camera's gone off because I was going to go find the questions.
Well, I don't want you to do the questions right now.
I noticed that.
God, he's a bit bossy, isn't he?
Yeah, I have to deal with this every week.
Because this is
behind the curtain.
This is a chance to get some actual sort of creative feedback live on the pod. So, what did you think, then? What did you like? What did you dislike? What would you change?
But it's shite.
So I liked that there was full frontal bottom shots of both of you.
How can you have full frontal bottom shots?
I don't know. I'm not sure I know what full frontal means.
Full frontal means penis or vagina action.
Does it?
Yeah. Hence the front.
I've been using that wrong.
No, hence the front part.
I'll just tell everyone I've been doing it ironically.
Yeah, do that. That's fine. That'll work. That's how it works.
Most people wouldn't question it.
You're
instantly immune to criticism.
Most people probably know what it means and assume that I was doing it ironically.
Probably.
Anyway, I enjoyed the bottom shots.
Right. Okay.
I like that there was both of you.
Right.
I do regret watching them at 3 a.m. when
Why?
I couldn't sleep. Because your ability to create tension.
I don't know what you mean.
And suspense and horror.
I saw them as as being quite wholesome. It's a fun story about how I rediscovered Dan. You know, it's a kind of a metaphor for reconnecting. You know, a reconnecting friendship. Is that I lose Dan,
which is amusing considering we didn't reconnect, and if anything, we hate each other.
I lose Dan in it. I lose him. He's gone, and then I find him again by eating like an orb.
You pop a ball.
I'm popping a ball up my arse.
I
forgot that I didn't eat it, and I put it on my arse. Actually, I did forget that.
I don't know how you forgot it, because that was 100% your idea.
No, it was your idea to put it up my arse. It was your idea.
I don't think it was. No, it really wasn't, Paul.
It was.
As a general rule, everything involving your arse.
I'm certain it was your idea.
I
think I'm sure that you suggested it as like a joke, and then I took it seriously.
At the time, I just thought, watching you, pull down your little trousers and pop a ball up your arse, and I was like, and I protested about you putting fart noises when I was meant to be sat on the toilet.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm you're a lot braver than I am. I don't want that out on the internet.
I mean,
would you have asked me to do that if I'd have still been in it? Would you have been like, okay, you invite Em round, and she's like, right, Paul, I know what we have to do. I know how to bring Dan back.
Yeah.
I've got to pop this ball up my bottom.
Yeah, that would have been good. That actually would have been better.
We'd have asked. We'd have known the answer was no, but we'd have attempted.
That would have been good, though, because I'd have done it with us just staring at each other.
We could have both done it at the same time, and I could have just thrown up someone completely different.
Passed it between us like Requiem for a Dream.
If you'd have popped it up your bottom and thrown up Dan, but I also did that, who would I have thrown up?
No, I was imagining that we'd just
pop it,
we'd pass it between us like those ping pong ladies in Thailand.
Oh. I like the idea that there's two, and it happens, and one of you throws up me, and then as we're about to throw up the second one, we cut, and then we just never explain it. That would have been.
Oh, that would have been interesting. Actually, that would have been good. The idea that others
never explain it.
You said, what would I improve or change? I think when Dan was thrown up, I would have covered him in something like gooey.
He had water on him, but we didn't. I mean, we didn't have any goo.
No, I wanted something more viscous.
More viscous.
The issue is it's my carpet at home, so if I put anything viscous on it, I then have to clean that out, and I don't know how to get most of the things out. So we could have bought like spaghetti hoops and just covered me in that.
That would have been good.
But then I don't know how to get spaghetti out of carpet.
You didn't complain when we were tipping Pepsi Max in your mouth.
That was good as well.
Down on the carpet,
yeah, because that's been absorbed in the carpet and now smells beautiful.
What a classic moment.
It's your house.
Memories.
Also, I did that to myself, so.
Classic moments for our friendship.
Of my mind. That's going to be a nightmare to sing.
There's the classic memory of the first time Paul and I met.
We're not going over memories here. This isn't a memories podcast. We've done
Dan
now.
loves hearing about it. Dan
I
loves
do.
it.
I do.
We're done. Ask your questions,
it.
Dan.
Oh, am I allowed to now?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to do the thing? Am I, boss?
It's time for Dan's question time.
No, don't fucking bring up other garbage. All right, this is the only thing that matters. Nothing else happens ever. You do
Little bit of
nothing but this
DQT.
show.
I mean, while Dan's doing
So-
this, do you want to? I mean, what do you want to vamp or just vamp? So,
I've literally got them
Vamp
right
just
here.
means
I've
you
got them right
cover,
here. You don't
basically.
need to vamp.
like you cover someone else doing something with dialogue.
Oh, I see.
So, watch. I mean, we had that discussion of us talking about vamping is sort of covering. I mean, he's still muttering though. You can't. We're vamping, and he's still fucking muttering. So what's the point of
Because
it?
the questions are right here. I'm not muttering. They're ready to go. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Right, fine then.
Fucking murder
Ask
you.
your goddamn fucking questions. This is your fault,
I
Em.
want supervision.
Normally we're all nice to each other, and then you've joined, and it's
No, we're
like
not.
a wedge has been
Because
driven.
you're trying to impress.
A wedge has
You're
been driven
desperately
between
trying
us.
to look like the cool guy. You're trying to fucking stomp all over my work so you'd look cooler.
No.
I'm fucking onto your shit,
No,
prick. Yeah, we go.
I feel like
Right,
you know me
you get
long
to
enough
go.
know that's
and
not
I
what I'm
swear to
asking
God,
a
I'll kill you
question, Em.
both.
Oh, what?
Kill you
Sorry?
both.
he's asking a question. You just spoke over him.
Sorry.
Sorry, Dan.
I have one thing in this life, and it's my questions. I won't have them taken and sullied by this shit.
Come on.
I
then.
thought you were just doing an angry rant, so I just sort of tuned out.
Wow, that's not hurtful to my self-esteem at all.
That's not
Right.
that isn't very nice.
Question 1. You get to go on a strange visit to a science lab for reasons, whatever. But while you're there, a radioactive animal escapes and bites you. What would you want it to be, and why?
I mean, who's answering this first?
Either one of you.
Do you want to answer first, Em, or shall I?
Sure.
Sure. That
am I
doesn't answer
answering this?
anything.
No, you said, do I want to go first? And I said, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I
Paul.
answering this on, like, what animal wouldn't I mind being bitten by? Or is it that the animal that bites me, I get those superpowers?
It's a radioactive animal. It's up to you whether that is superpowers or whether it's just an animal biting you.
Just death. Okay, well, if I'm going to get bitten by a radioactive animal, either I die or I get superpowers. I'd probably go with, like, a radioactive narwhal.
How do you get
Right,
bit?
okay, yeah.
Why is that? What's a narwhal doing in the zoo? I don't. Do you get narwhals
Should
in?
It's
We're
a
in a
science
lab.
lab. It's a science lab.
science
Oh,
lab.
sorry.
Listen
I was
to the
just sorry.
question.
Sorry, I pictured a zoo.
Why is nobody listening to
I
me
just
today?
pictured a zoo.
Have I got wanker written across my
I
head?
just
Don't
pictured a
answer that.
zoo. Okay.
It's in a science lab. It's in its own little thing. It's swimming
Right,
around,
science
sees
lab,
me,
okay.
pops out. Ham.
Why did I picture a zoo
Bites me.
then?
Because you're a fucking idiot.
Could it be?
So either
Could
I
it be
die-
a zoo?
No.
Oh.
Well, no, then they're not radioactive.
No, but there's
So
a.
either I'd die
it's a
or I'd
zoo.
like grow a massive horn out my head which I could maim people with.
It's a zoo that.
It's always what we want.
It's a zoo that like is next to a nuclear power plant.
No.
The zoo in
No, it isn't.
Chernobyl.
It's just a science lab. Paul, stop trying to change the question. Answer the question or piss off.
Oh, I just die. I would just
Jesus.
die. He's really you're very
You just die,
impatient
okay.
today.
Because
Well,
I'm
you are-
sick of
you are
you
not
ruining my
answering questions.
questions. You're ruining the integrity of the question time.
The comedy
Oh,
of
no,
the
sorry.
section comes from me questioning the question.
It's Dan o'clock, not Paul being a wanker o'clock, okay?
Okay, well, I mean, you die, so it doesn't matter. I'll just go with. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to go with Spider because I reckon no,
Oh my god, you're so uncreative.
no, because I'm what's the word? I'm redacting that answer
Yeah. Oh, are you? Okay, is that how it works?
because that's retracting, not redacting. Retracting.
Yep.
Withdraw.
Got that. Withdrawing that answer. Thank you. That's a good one. I'm withdrawing that answer because I think it would spread through your blood system. What we want is sort of an animal with quite blunt teeth that would bite you but wouldn't really like break the skin.
Like a narwhal.
Like a narwhal. I'm going to go with a goldfish then. I'm going to go with the fish angle. Goldfish. Narwhals
have
aren't
teeth?
fish, obviously, but
Goldfish do have teeth. Yes. Very small.
goldfish don't have
Very-
teeth.
Look it up. Maybe they do. You don't know. I'm just fucking making shit up. I'm not a fucking scientist.
But what?
I don't own the lab. I've just, convinced you guys to go there so you get maimed
What is
by
your job in
radioactive
the lab?
animals.
Yeah,
Like I said, I'm just the guy that convinces suckers to go in and get maimed by radioactive animals.
Dan, you'll be
That's
pleased to
my
know
job.
goldfish actually do have teeth.
Fucking told you so. Who's the winner? Dan's
There you
the
go.
winner.
Goldfish do have teeth.
Suck
But
my
they're
dog,
right at the back of
bunch.
their throats. They wouldn't be able to bite you with them.
They'd find a way.
But they do have teeth.
What's your answer, Dan?
Dan doesn't answer
What's
them.
my answer? Yeah, I don't have to answer them.
Dan doesn't have
That's
to
the
answer
rules.
them.
We don't have
Because
to. I just thought I'd give you
this
the
is
opportunity if you would
This
like.
is a fascist dictatorship, and I demand the answers. I don't have to give them.
We were already on 27 minutes.
I mean, I'm on longer than that because it
yeah.
took forever to get the recording started.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's irrelevant. So, you wake up one day to find you're not alone in bed. You roll over, and there is an exact copy of you lay there. What do you do?
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why you. Even
I was
bothered
hoping there'd
asking
be
Paul.
more of
We
a
fuck each
preamble to
other.
it, but no, you
We
just
fuck each other.
instantly fuck yourself.
I would ask him. I'd say, all right. I'd freak out, to be
yeah.
honest. I'd freak out first. I'd be like, what the fuck? But presumably he'd be freaking out as well.
Your answer involved no. Oh God!
Presumably
no
this exact
consent
copy.
from your clone.
Actually, I'll tell you what. I would probably still fuck, but I'd be thinking, who's to say that I'm not the clone? Because we've just woken up. I could be either. So I'd probably have an existential crisis as well. We would still probably fuck though.
Whilst fucking him, yeah.
Yeah.
Would
And
you be
presumably
the top
he'd have
or
the same
bottom?
thought, because he's me.
Yeah.
So they're there.
Would you be the top or the bottom?
We'd switch.
Of course. Foolish of me. What would you do?
I mean, I'd probably have a bit of an existential crisis, but I imagine if the clone is exactly like me, we'd sort of be like, oh, let's have a small nap and deal with it after.
And then sleep forever.
And then just
Well,
end up
then
non-stop sleeping.
We'd probably wake up and then be like, right, okay, so we're just going to take it in turns. One of us gets to sleep all day, the other goes out and does the stuff.
See, that's a smart option though, right there.
I mean, it's
Plan your lives
just
around it.
using it's using what I've been given, because if I've ever asked that question of what superpower would you want, I'd always pick Bernard's watch.
Okay, all right. So
I'm just finding a way to
okay.
have that.
Let's go back to that scenario. So you agree?
Bernard's
Okay, we'll
watch or
take
the
it in
clone?
turns. The clone says, "Okay, you go out and do the stuff today, and I'll nap." What do you do then?
I'm not sure if I trust her.
You don't trust her, but then she's not trusting you either. She's presumably thinking the same thing. So you're saying like, "Oh well, you." So presumably you're thinking, "Well, why have I got to be the one who goes out today?"
Well, I'd probably be like, well, it's because I'm the real one. That's fine.
And then
I'll
she'd be
take
like,
that.
no, I don't. Well, you don't know that. You might be the clone. I might be the real one.
We might have to get
It's
separate bedrooms.
escalated.
Yeah, see, it's harder than you think. Harder than you think.
I mean, you didn't make it difficult at all, Paul. Your response instantly was, "I fuck it."
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's
You
fine.
didn't even have a moment's thought, so you didn't make it difficult.
Okay, well, I would then
I
also.
feel that's probably... Isn't that Paul's answer if you asked him most questions?
I would-
You woke up and there
I
was
don't
a
like this
X
image
in
of
your
me
head.
as some kind of weird thing that just because I'm comfortable with my own body. That makes me sort
I mean,
of
there-
weird.
and
Because you want to bang everything.
That's not true.
That's what we're implying here,
Not
Paul.
true.
Is that you
Yeah.
want to do a sex on everything?
Not
is
true.
What we're implying.
Not true.
Well,
Okay.
it's we're implying that that's what you want to do. Dan's the one who says
Objection.
it.
Objection.
It's now canon, I'm afraid, Paul. It's canon.
Objection.
It's in. It's written into the DDC code. Therefore, it is truth.
What's the next question?
So,
I'd probably kill.
you
I'd
win a
probably kill
contest.
the clone. I'd probably kill him. I'd slit his
It's too
throat
late
while
now.
we were
You're
fucking.
gonna fuck him to death.
I would
yeah,
slit
of
his
course.
throat while we fucked, and
You'd
I would.
probably try and slit
Gone
yours at
Girl
the same
style.
time.
Yeah,
So.
but then he'd also be thinking the same thing, so I would have to act quick. But he'd also be acting quick, so we'd probably just fuck each other
is-
again.
Jesus Christ.
Before you'd both die.
You'd fuck each other to death.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm so glad these questions always go there.
It's not it's not because that's what I would do anyway to anything. It's because he would know exactly what I liked. We'd both know exactly what we liked. We'd
And
both
apparently
be
being
exactly the right
fucked
level
to
of
death
rough,
is that?
exactly the right level of gentle when we needed it. We'd know exactly what we need. We'd know it. We'd know each other. It'd be brilliant.
Right, yeah.
Until we killed each other, obviously. That's the only reason.
I'm moving on.
I think I'm
moving
too
on.
complicated. I don't even think I'd know what I'd want.
Fair enough.
I know, but I just refuse to tell.
Fair enough.
You wouldn't tell yourself.
No, I just wouldn't tell you. I know what you want.
We're talking about clones here, Dan, not with each other. Sex with each other, that's not the question.
I changed the rules. This is a fascist dictatorship, Paul. I make the rules.
It's one of these questions.
Right. We're fucking moving on.
It's one of these questions.
I keep trying to, and you keep coming back to the clones.
It's one of these questions going to
You
be...
win a contest. You win a contest to have dinner with anyone in the world, past, present, or future. You know, magic science. After the meal, they either try to fuck you, kill you, or ruin your reputation/career. Who do you pick, and what would they do?
Well, that's like 4 questions in one.
Yeah, I know. I just tried to make it as awkward as possible as I could.
Okay, well, we have to take that in chunks, really. So
am I assuming... I'm assuming I get to... So by who you pick, you're assuming they would do...
One of those things, yes.
Yeah.
But can
or is it a gamble?
But can we pick which one they do?
Yeah, but you then have to explain why. So if you decide to have dinner with Hitler, you then have to explain why he'd fuck you.
What were the other options?
So it's you have dinner with someone, past, present, or future.
Yeah, I got that bit.
And they either try to kill you, fuck you, or ruin your reputation/career. So who do you pick, and what would they do?
I think anyone reasonable would pick, if they had to, if they knew the situation and they had to, they would go with just the fucking, because it's just less hassle, for one thing. Murder, you've got murder on your hands, so that's like a bit of a...
I mean, probably not, because they're from past, present, or future, so they're probably going to get jettisoned back through time, and it's no longer going to exist.
No, but morally, they've still got to live with it.
Yeah, touche.
The ruining your career thing, I mean, how are they going to do that? I haven't got a career, have I? What, this?
They'll do more than just ruin this, Paul. They'll ruin it so you can never do anything filmmaking again.
They're going to have to... There'd be a real... That's going to be a hassle, though. Surely. So I think any reasonable
also
person...
could be really fun.
Any reasonable person would not bother doing that, because it's going to be a nightmare. Well, I'll just pick Christina Hendricks, then.
Thought you might.
We'll have dinner, and then we'll chat, and then we can... And then if we've got to... You come in at the end of the meal. We've had a nice meal. You come in, and you point at Christina.
I come in shotgun in hand, just like, right, you know I don't like to use the sit-down gun, but unfortunately, this is the fucking gun. Get to it. That's exactly how it ends, yeah.
And then we just have kind of weird sex, probably, where we're like...
Not really involved.
And I repeatedly say to it, sorry.
Being watched by a man with a gun.
Sorry about this. Sorry.
Literally slow, uncomfortable grinding with...
Yeah,
sorry about this. Sorry.
I mean, I wouldn't have been opposed to this in like a better
your
scenario,
work.
but unfortunately this is how we've found ourselves.
It's just... I love your work. I really enjoyed you in that one film. Like, still going.
Who is this woman?
Just, I mean, when you say I enjoyed her work, I liked her in Mad Men, and I enjoy another aspect of her work, and that's what I'd have to talk about, probably.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her.
She's in Mad Men.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
It's good. Good show.
I'll add it to the list. I won't.
And what's your answer?
What's yours?
I'm trying to come up with something more creative than Henry Cavill, but you know that's my answer.
Just go with
to
Henry
most of
Cavill,
these
that's fine.
questions.
Yeah, go with Henry Cavill and do the fucking thing, because again, that means I get to kick open the door at the end of this meal, shotgun in hand, screaming, right, this is the fucking gun! And it'll be great.
I'd probably have to, like, during the meal, convince him that we are in a global pandemic, but convince him that there is some reason why there is no one else that he will be able to get. I'm the only option. That's it.
Well, no, but the whole idea is that Dan's come in with a shotgun and he's like forced him to do it at gunpoint. So that's
Yeah,
a
exactly.
good
Yeah,
enough.
forcing you guys to fuck.
I could at least get him to be willing about it.
I don't think Henry Cavill would be like, oh, I don't want to sleep with you. It'd be like sleeping with something horrible. I don't think Henry Cavill's going to be like that. Henry Cavill.
Come on, Paul, what were you thinking?
Well, actually, what came into my mind was like a slug. But like the point was,
ouch.
Yep, yeah,
Paul.
no. My point was, he's not going to be like that because why would he be? It's not like he's sleeping with flipping. I'm trying to think of someone who's ugly, Thatcher or something. It's not like he's coming in and he's got a shag Thatcher. It's you. You're quite pretty in a way.
I think you should stop.
Jesus Christ!
It'd be more like him having to bang like a human version of a stick insect, just gangly and long.
I don't think that's true either.
That's accurate. Don't think that's accurate.
We have to agree to disagree, I guess.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Would you shag Thatcher if it was going to save the world?
No, we're not. This isn't Paul's question time. This isn't your world.
I just wanted to know.
This is my world. This is Dan o'clock.
All right, sorry.
Stop
TikTok.
assuming.
It's been Dan o'clock for fucking ages. Here. How slow do the clocks move in Danland?
I own the clocks, Paul. I own time.
All right, okay.
Final question.
You're quite pretty in a way.
Such a prick.
That was funny.
I'm never going to compliment you ever again, Paul.
It was It was for the good of the pod.
Don't fucking make excuses.
Stop saying nice things about your bottom.
I'm going to have to do a public apology now.
Because it's terrifying.
I'm going to stand outside my house with my kids. Publicly apologise.
You need to stand outside M's window with a boombox and play some fucking...
Whatever I said, whatever I did.
I didn't mean it.
Anyway.
Right, final question. What's the point? What's the meaning of it all? Why are we here? Just the blank stare of, oh, bollocks, from M there was beautiful.
Do you know the answer I don't like? What I hate is when people say 42 to this question. Someone say, what's the meaning of life?
That was one man's joke. It's not everyone's joke.
Well, no, but a lot of people say it. And forgetting that 42 wasn't the meaning of life. It was the answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything. It wasn't just the meaning of life. It was the answer to a different potential question. So stop saying it.
I
Stop saying it, people.
I don't have an answer, Dan, because most of my days are spent trying to stave off answering that question by filling my days with, like, baking and putting food in my face.
That's fair.
Maybe the point of life is to have a laugh.
What is it your tattoo says, Dan? Laugh and grow fat?
Yeah.
Laugh and grow fat.
There you go.
There you
go. That is a thing.
You answered it yourself. You put it on your own body.
But actually, I think the true answer lies in the Bible. There you go, listeners. That's what I truly think. The true answer to the meaning of life is in the Bible, and it is in the teachings of God, and that's where you'll find it.
Is it hidden quite deep in?
It's on the first page.
Is it? Why do people read the whole thing then?
Well, just because there's some good gore in it.
See, I
really
found a very elaborate one. So as much as I don't answer these questions, I will answer this particular one because this is the correct answer and you were both wrong. So, it's nothing very special. Try to be nice to people, avoid eating fat, read a good book every now and then, get some walking in, try and live together in peace and harmony with people of all creeds and nations. And finally, we're going to leave you with some completely gratuitous pictures of penises. That's
from the meaning of life.
That's meaning of life from Monty Python. Sorry,
it's a good film. I think it's very criminally underrated. That film. A lot of people compare it to the other two and think, "Oh, it's not as good," but there's some really good bits in it.
I do. Yeah, there are some good bits in it, but there are some bad bits.
I did as well, actually. That's one of the films I watched a bit too young.
Yeah,
there were so many.
I was not ready for Mr. Creosote. I still have nightmares.
God, yeah.
Mental.
I watched that and the South Park movie at 11, and yet
that's perfect age to watch the South Park movie.
Well, it's things that full 18s and nothing but swearing, violence.
The thing that with the meaning of life that makes it weird and not suitable for a kid is it's just its tone. It's just got a very weird adult tone. Whereas South Park, you can enjoy as a kid because it's just rude.
Yeah.
Whereas meaning of life with its weird, its live organ donor bit and
that's a bad bit.
And Mr. Creosote.
Yep. I think the other thing I watched too young was the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I only watched that recently. I'd never seen that until
I think I must have grown up thinking that sex must involve corsets and fishnets. That's a key part.
It should.
Yeah.
It might not have to, but it should. It should involve them a lot more often than it does.
Definitely.
It's why
an essential part.
What other things?
Exactly.
What else? Paul's question time. What films and media did you watch?
No.
At a age
Don't
that
you try and reference
that you were
other
too young
garbage.
to understand it.
No. We're not letting this go. Don't do that again. You do that again, you are suspended from the podcast without pay.
All right.
Okay? Good.
How's it going to happen then?
I'll get back to you on that. Right, so the question was, what other things did we watch too young?
Yeah, things you watched too young that ended up having a sort that you just didn't understand and freaked you out. The meaning of life is, well, probably, I mean, we've answered this question.
Everything
really.
Count?
But I want to know what your answer is, Dan.
I watched Kentucky Fried Movie and didn't get any of it.
That's
Apart
an odd
from
one.
the Take him to Detroit. I got that joke, and that was about it.
Directed by a murderer.
Never heard of it.
It's meh. It's all right. I watched. I think it was the original Scream, so not Scary Movie's version, the original Scream. Because I'd found like we'd got a tape/DVD cupboard that was nowhere near the TV, and that was normally like locked away, and we weren't allowed to go in there because those were the more adult ones. My dad got hammered the one time. I was like, yeah, sure, go through it. I looked through it. It was all crap. Like, it was all bollocks. It was probably all porn. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't look through it, so it's probably like I didn't.
It was all porn,
properly,
and you managed to find script. You could have think of what you.
I managed to find the because I didn't read them properly. I was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm bored, and there's got to be something here, and I found that, and I watched it, and I remember really enjoying it, but going back and thinking about it now, I'm like, I can only remember like very small bits. I don't think I got the vast majority of it, apart from the fact that somebody got stabbed in the breast implant. Like, apart from that, I don't really remember any of it.
That's Scary Movie, isn't it?
I don't even know if that happened.
Yeah, that's
Scary
exactly.
movie.
So I don't even remember if I got the right one or not.
No, you were watching Scary Movie.
I don't even know. I don't know whether I watched Scream or Scary Movie or whether I've got them mixed up in my head now because I've seen them both.
Basically the same.
I don't remember which
Basically
one it was.
movie.
I just remember not getting it. Yeah. I just don't remember any of it.
I mean, the thing with here's the thing with Scary Movie. Scary Movie 1. I actually don't mind Scary Movie 2. I think Scary Movie 2 is pretty good. But the original Scary Movie is a parody of a kind of parody already. I mean, the whole point about Scream was that it was was a meta-narrative about serial killer movies, slasher movies rather, and they parody it. What's the point? But Scary Movie 2 is good.
I think that whole X-movie phenomenon was just kind of crap after those two, though, wasn't it?
Oh, it went a bit wild, didn't it?
Yeah.
I remember being desperate to watch Epic Movie in middle school, and then eventually
you
watching
saved up
it
all
and
your
realising
pocket money to get
exactly. And the only bit of it that was any good was the one joke that I'd seen from the trailer, which is where the king is sleeping with Mystique from X-Men, and so she could turn into anything he wants, so he starts adding all this weird shit to her, so she's suddenly got like a huge monobrow, bingo wings and everything else. And so that was the only bit that was funny, was him screaming, "King want bingo wings!" And that was the only bit of the film that was like even slightly amusing.
Didn't we go and
up
see
for, like,
one
6
together in
months.
the cinema, Dan? One of those.
Fucking hell.
Maybe?
Yeah, one of those, like, I don't know.
Meet
What
the
are they called?
Spartans.
Yeah, something like that. I
Yeah,
vaguely remember
some kind of
being
guy.
there, and we just talked through the whole thing because
Yeah,
it was
that sounds
fucking
about
awful.
right.
Yeah.
It was bad, and then occasionally stopping and be like, "Oh, they're doing a thing again." No, I don't care.
Another parody. Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks has showed up, but he's like feral.
Yeah.
That's the joke. So, I mean, we're on 45 minutes.
Yes, I believe we've got one last feature that we've got to fit in.
We have.
So we thought, rather than me and Paul doing it this time, we thought we'd ask you, we're going to give you a word or a phrase, and you've got to write us a sketch based around that.
Now.
You don't have to
I
fully
said
script
give me
it.
some heads up.
No,
on
that's the
what
whole
you're
point, is you
gonna
don't get
talk
any
about.
heads up.
Yeah, but the whole thing is improv,
Brilliant.
and we're complete bastards. So we thought it would be nice. We'd give you one that's relatively simple. So we've given you the word game.
Game.
Yep.
Game.
Not
yes.
gay.
As in video games, card games, board games, etc. Just game. So come up with a sketch idea for us based around game.
I mean, this is it's your podcast that you're ruining, but fine.
Just, honestly, the best,
Have
I'm
you
going to give
seen
you
any
some...
of the episodes of it? It's already shite.
Just a little bit of
You can't make it worse.
just a hint, just a bit of help, just free thought. Just say whatever comes into your brain and just let it come out, and then that'll be fine.
Okay. So How do you want me to tell you? Like,
how you want.
Describe an episode. Okay, so we're looking at an apartment, kind of like Friends, one of the Friends apartments, and Hitler's in there.
We forgot one of the vital rules, Dan. We forgot one of the vital rules that it should be.
Vital rules being that it has to be something
we can actually do.
It has to be done. Because the whole point is that we shoot.
It's just an apartment. I mean, you might not be able to do this.
Yeah.
It's just an apartment.
I mean, we already have to create Shakespeare, so go for it.
It's the flat. It's fine, the flat. That's all right.
We'll just hit here.
It's a flat.
Yeah.
Hitler sat on the floor. He's got like Monopoly out, and he's playing it with, the paperclip from old Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clippy.
Like he's there. He's playing with him. Yeah, Clippy, whatever his name was. He's there. Maybe
like.
Do you remember? Was he called Muzzy, the weird creature that taught you French?
No, I don't remember him.
No. I'll Google it.
Him,
he's there too, and then. And maybe one of the Alvin chipmunks. I don't know what their names are. So they're all sat around playing.
Well, one was called Alvin.
Theodore or Simon.
Alvin. Okay, they're all sat there playing Monopoly, and they're having a really lovely time.
Sorry, Em. Did you hear what we said when it's got to be doable? Did you actually hear that bit?
No,
or?
You introduced that after I'd started. I'd already formed the idea.
Yeah, but you'd only said Hitler. We can achieve Hitler. You said Clippy. You said animated characters after we'd established the rule. I mean, it's fine. You keep going. It's fine.
Paul can edit it. It's fine.
Oh, just a hassle. Hassle for me. Look,
you're the one that said these things have to be made. Your fault.
Did make me
you made the bed. Lie in it.
All right.
Carry on, Em.
Yeah. Okay. So they're playing the game, and Hitler's winning, mainly because you can tell that the other three characters are sort of like looking a bit edgy, like, oh, if we don't let him win, he's going to fucking kick off. And then suddenly, one of them, I can't remember how to play Monopoly, he lands on somebody's hotel.
Who does? Hitler.
And Hitler lands on one of their hotels. And realises he's going to have to pay him like a fuck ton of money, so he starts kicking off, flips the board, starts smashing shit up, and then like the camera sort of fades and comes back into focus, and he's actually just in like one of those padded cells, and he's just like flailing around.
I would say it's less a sketch.
Just make it.
It's less sketch and more of an art film.
Yeah.
Well,
but okay,
we've got to make it now.
Oh,
Paul,
I can't. But why? Why did I agree to that? That one's not. That one don't. I mean, if that's you want, not canon. That one.
I can be the. If one of you's Hitler, I can be the other three characters.
Why is it? I want to do. I do want to ask a question, Em. Why is it that when you've already tried to sort of be devil's advocate for fascism earlier in the podcast,
right?
And as soon as we ask you to free think, you come up with a sketch about Hitler. I want to know what's going on in your head. I
mean, I'll be totally honest. It's a sketch I've thought about before.
Oh right,
it's one I've thought. So like he's the main character, and it's basically like it's like Friends, but it's Hitler. And at the end of every episode, you just realise he's somewhere completely different, and everything's gone to shit, and he's like in a bunker.
Every episode ends with him in the bunker with a gun to his head.
Yeah, but for some reason in his head, what he imagines
David
is
Braun's on the floor,
with, like Clippy.
He's got his dead dog in his lap.
Yeah, Jesus. Maybe it is an art film, because why on earth would Hitler be thinking about Clippy?
Maybe.
Deep.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like you've sold me on it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a one-off. There's a whole series of it.
We've got. Well, okay. Well, we're not going to get you on.
I don't think we have to make the whole series. It's only one sketch. If we like them, we can always extend. We can extend it.
Okay. I imagine there is a very odd atmosphere in every episode as well. Like, there's no dialogue. Hitler just sort of stares, but they all stare at each other. Clippy and the little animated characters. They all just look at each other.
I feel every once in a while there should just be awkward, like, audience participation, like a woo, or like audience, like canned laughter,
in the wrong
or
place
like a clap
as well,
or something. Just because there's no dialogue, so it's just like he looks across at Clippy, and then there's silence for an awkward amount of time, and then you just get woo, like somebody's just kissed.
Yeah, there you go. We'll do it. We'll make that.
There you go.
We won't, listeners. We won't make it. That one's not. We're not having that.
We have to.
Can you have the title screen as just Hitler, but in the style of the Friends title?
Hitler. With Hitler just standing in a fountain like this.
Yeah.
I don't imagine it's the real
Hitler.
Hitler.
There, but then the word Hitler spelt in the Friends font and the style.
Yeah.
And then we just have to have the song by the Rembrandts playing over it.
Yeah.
And can he have an umbrella that, like, all the bits are missing, so it's basically just a metal frame? So he's just being covered in water as he stands
We don't
there.
normally go into this sort of detail, Em, I have to say. We don't normally go into this much detail.
Well, you asked me a question.
No,
It's
yeah,
almost
no, I
like
did,
she's
I know, I
it's
know.
almost like she's not listened to the podcast before.
I know. It is a bit like that.
You
I mean,
know
I wouldn't blame
have.
you. I wouldn't blame you if you hadn't, because we are kind of crap.
Let's wind
But
this
I
shit
feel
up.
like
We're on 52 minutes. Honestly.
I mean, edit it down, Paul. Edit
that's
it
more
down.
work.
This is your job.
Why am I
Yeah.
getting made to do more work?
Because what else are you going to do, Paul? You live in a box.
Good point,
Okay,
I
you
do
live in
live
a
in a-
box and I feed you scraps,
That's a good
okay?
point, actually.
Edit and that's all you fucking do.
Are you going to put some music under it?
There'll be music under the sketch bit, yeah. There's music that I use for that part.
But he doesn't do it on the rest of the things because
Nope.
he's lazy.
There's not like a music bed. That'd be overpowering, wouldn't it? If anything, it'd be more lazy just to put music under the whole thing, because I just put it at the start and then have it at the end. But the fact that there are
Put
certain
different
bits with
songs.
music and some that don't, more effort.
You should put.
Yeah, I'm
different
good,
music
ain't I,
in
listeners?
each
I'm
bit.
good. Tell me I'm good.
Don't do it. Don't lie to him. Don't put his hopes up. He
Right.
knows what he's done. Well, anyway, I think we'll wrap it up there. So, see you around,
We're
YouTube.
going to say thanks to Em for joining us.
She
Nah.
knows.
She knows. Aw.
Fine. Thank you very much, Em, for joining us. And I'm
Yeah.
very sorry that Paul was so hurtful to you. I want you to
okay.
know
For the good of
I
the
don't
pod.
think such horrible things of you.
For the good of the
He's a
pod.
complete prick, but
For the
I'm
good of
not.
the pod, baby.
So I hope you're okay and that you can deal with the abuse he sent your way. And I will send that therapy over to you
She
straight
knows,
away.
didn't mean it.
And yeah,
Right, bumlicky
if we
podcast.
want to do
this, innit?
our individual sign-offs. So see you around, YouTube.
Fuck off.